Did you start decorating for Easter in spring already? If not, you are in the right place because here you can get a lot of inspiration on DIY projects that you can do on a budget to save some money. And welcome to my channel. So excited to have you here. For today's video, I'm going to share 25 projects that you can do on a budget using Dollar Tree supplies. These are 25 ideas, so take a cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy the video. I hope that you like it and that you can get some inspiration from these DIYs. If you do, please a big thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel for more inspiration every single week. And that's it, guys. I hope that you are ready because I am. Let's DIY together. For this project, I'm going to be using these bamboo wreaths from Dollar Tree. One is bigger than the other one, so you may want to try to find those in different sizes. Now what I'm going to be doing is to put these two wreaths together. I'm just going to put them together by a piece of twine, or you can add hot glue to make it stronger. Now you're going to need another of these bamboo wreaths, the bigger size, and I'm gonna try to cut this in half to make the ears of our bunny. Once I cut these in two parts, I'm going to start working on one ear, and I'm gonna put the bottom part together as best as I can. I'm going to use a piece of twine. You can also reinforce that with some glue, but definitely you have to try to stick this together with a piece of twine first. Once the two ears are ready, I'm gonna put that on the top of the smaller wreath. And again, you can use maybe hot glue or a stronger glue, but just to make it faster and stable at first, you have to put everything together with twine. Once the shape of our bunny is ready, let's try to decorate this and make it look cute. You can do it in so many ways. You can use flowers, greenery. You have so many options. I decided to use these cotton stems that I have from Dollar Tree. I just have so many at home that I decided to do it. I think it matched really good with our bunny. So I'm going to be cutting all of the cotton balls from our stem, and I'm gonna start sticking all of them around the body of our bunny with hot glue. I really like these cotton balls from Dollar Tree, but if you don't find them, you can also use flowers or greenery. The next step is going to be using some greenery just to add some color to our bunny, to make the green pop out a little bit on our bunny, and it also is going to cover all of those empty spaces between the cotton balls. Okay, once we are done with that part, you can leave like that if you want, or you can make it cuter by making a bow. You can use a Dollar Tree ribbon, super easy, and I'm going to stick that with hot glue on like the neck of our bunny. Once I was done with that part, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it's one of my favorite projects. My kids love it too, and I think it just looks so cute. It was using Dollar Tree items, it was on a budget, and I think it's perfect now for Easter. super cute Easter basket that I get from Dollar Tree. It comes in a set of 2. I'm only going to be using one for this project, and I'm going to be removing the handle, and then I'm going to be cutting the two small like dots that protrudes from the basket, and then I'm going to be using my sanding sponge to sand those pieces of like plastic to make them look as better as I can. Then I'm going to be using this candle holder that I get from Dollar Tree. I'm reusing this one, that's why it is white and black, but I'm going to be sticking that to the bottom of the basket using E6000 and hot glue to make sure that it's going to stay strong. Then I'm going to be painting these using this matte pale sage spray paint, and I'm going to give it only one coat of paint, and it already looks amazing, so I'm going to leave it with one coat, and then I'm going to be decorating these bees. To decorate it, I'm going to first add some height inside to be able to stick this small candle, and then I'm going to be adding this greenery bouquet that I get from Dollar Tree. I love these, I love the colors it has, so I'm going to be cutting a few pieces, and then I'm going to be adding them to my basket and make sure that it's covered with the greenery. Once I was done, this is how this project turned out. It was super simple. You can add more details to the basket if you want. I want to leave it simple, and I love how it looks, and I hope that you like it too. It was so inexpensive to do, and it looks amazing. I'm going to be using this round burner cover that I get from Dollar Tree. It comes in a set of 2, and this is the bigger one. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is to paint these using my spray paint in this matte Spanish moss color that I really like, and I'm going to paint it and then let it dry. Once it dries, this is how it's going to look. And next I'm going to be working with this wooden circle plaque that I get from Walmart for only 97 cents, and I'm going to be removing the staple that has on the back side with this tool that is for remove all the staples. It works amazing, and you can get the link in the description box, and it's also on my Amazon store. I want these to add a decal, or you can add like a sticker or whatever you want. I made this one that says hello spring, and I did it with my Cricut in this green like vinyl color, and I'm going to be sticking this decal on my circle plaque. Next, I'm going to be sticking my circle plaque on the center of my burner cover, and I like it a lot. It looks amazing, and I think it's the perfect size because I'm going to be adding something to the borders. For that, I'm going to be using these wooden beads. You can get wooden beads from Amazon too, and I love the ones that I always use. Of course, the link is in the description box, and I basically put them on a piece of wire to have them all together, and that way it's going to be so much easier to stick them on my burner cover, and I stick them with hot glue all over the edges of the burner cover. To be able to hang these on the wall or anywhere, I'm going to be adding a piece of ribbon. This one is super cute. I was so impressed when I saw these on Dollar Tree. I think it's new. I never see this ribbon before, but I'm not sure. So let me know in the comments if it is new or not. Anyways, I stick a small piece and then I stick it on the back side of the burner cover. Then just to add a nice touch of like greenery or something else, or maybe you can put flowers if you want more color, you can add those on the top with a little bit of hot glue, and that's all. Guys, once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it looks super like neutral but modern at the same time with a high-end look, and it was so inexpensive to do using Dollar Tree products and things that I have around my home. You don't always need a wreath to make a wreath. You can do it using other things like this burner cover. to be using these like text signs that you can get at Dollar Tree. I got these from the Valentine's section. I didn't use it for Valentine's, but I think that now they can work perfect for spring or Easter. So first what I'm going to be doing is to remove like all of the design that it has. It came out super easy, and I want to replace that with some kind of texture or pattern. So I'm going to be using this scrapbook paper that I have. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to trace the shape, then I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to stick that on my signs with hot glue. Okay, once I have that part ready, I'm going to work with what I want to my signs have. I'm going to be using these two wooden pieces from Dollar Tree. I think they're super cute. You can do so many DIYs with this. And what I'm going to be doing is super simple. I'm just going to paint the top part, not the edges, only like the top part of these wooden pieces in this blue tone, and then I'm going to dry everything with my heat tool. That works amazing. I think that I use these in every single project when I'm painting, and you can check the link in the description box of this video. Now I'm going to be sticking these two wooden pieces, one on each one of the signs that I have, with hot glue. Okay, now it's time. Now if you want these signs to hang, I'm going to be using some nautical rope, and I'm going to add some hot glue, and I'm going to stick the nautical rope in these two signs. If you want to add a nice and small touch where the nautical ropes ends, you can stick maybe a flower, or you can use some greenery like I did. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it looks super cute. You can hang this from a mantle, a ladder, a shelf, and it's going to look super cute, and you can change the color of your wooden pieces to make it match with your home decor. To be using these 24 inches grapevine wreath that I get from a thrift store for I think only $3. So I'm going to be decorating these super simple, perfect for Easter. And the first thing I used was these stems that I get from Walmart, only 97 cents. These are eucalyptus, and I put two on each side of the wreath, and I'm going to put them between the grapevine wreath, and I'm going to be moving the stems and the leaves and cover more space of the wreath. Then I'm going to be using this hop clover pig, also from Walmart, 97 cents, super cute, and it's going to add a nice touch of a lighter green with small flowers in white color. And I'm going to be cutting the stems, and I'm going to be adding these on each side of the wreath too. This wreath is going to have the greenery like in only one side, but like you see, the greenery is going to be looking in different directions. And then I'm going to be adding two other stems of eucalyptus on my wreath. From there, I'm going to be using these ribbons that I get on Christmas clearance. And that's another hack, guys. You can always check like the ribbons and flowers and greenery once a holiday or a season is over, because you're going to find so many things on an amazing price, and you can use them actually all year round. This ribbon is perfect now for spring, so I'm going to be using it to make a bow, and I'm going to be attaching these to the wreath between the greenery. Now on top of the bow you can put any sign. I'm going to be using this one from Dollar Tree. It has the bunny shape and I really like it. It's super cute, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of color, not too much. So for that I'm going to be using my wax in antique color, and I'm going to add just a small amount of wax on my brush, and then I'm going to be painting my sign. And of course you can paint your bunny any color you want, and then maybe if you have a cricket you can add a decor Speckled too that says hello spring or welcome or the last name of your family, or something like that. As you can see, my sign has a small hole from the tag, and I don't like to have that on my wreath. So I'm going to be using this tool, and I'm going to basically cut the wood, and that way it's going to look so much better and with a high-end look. From there, you can use twine or a piece of ribbon, cut a small piece, and then you can add that to the neck of the bunny, and then you can add a small bow, and it's going to look super cute too. You can add another piece of twine on the back side of the bunny, and then you can make a knot with that on the back side of the wreath on top of the bow. And maybe you can change these later once Easter is over. If you want to add an extra touch, you can stick eggs, and I have these from last year and they have very neutral tones. So I'm going to be sticking 2 eggs on top of the wreath and the other 2 on the bottom between the greenery. Once I was done, guys, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I'm very proud of this project, and I put this wreath on the front door, but of course like on the back side just for like privacy. But this is how it turned out, and I like it a lot. You can always check on thrift stores for cheaper wreath options, like this one, or just in case if you want something like this, I'm going to leave you a link of a grapevine wreath that I found on Amazon. For this project, I'm going to be using this wood blend wreath that I got from Dollar Tree, and I love the side it has, and I think these wreaths come into different sizes. I'm also going to be using these Easter eggs from Dollar Tree. They come in different colors, and I'm going to be painting them because I want to change the color. What I'm going to be doing to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to be using a bamboo skewer. I'm going to insert all of the eggs, and then I'm going to put them on a piece of foam to be able to spray paint them outside. For the color, I decided to go with this wildflower blue that I really like. This tone is super beautiful, so I'm going to spray paint this outside. Now I'm going to be creating like so many dots on my Easter eggs, and most of the Easter eggs that you see, they have them, and I really like that. So I'm going to be creating that effect using a toothbrush and some black paint, and I'm going to add the paint on the toothbrush, and then I'm gonna start like touching the toothbrush to make sure that all of the eggs get some paint. Hope that makes sense, that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to let my Easter eggs dry, and this is how they look. Now I want to add them to my wreath. I'm going to be using only 6 big eggs for this wreath, and I'm also going to be adding some smaller ones that I have, and I'm going to show you later the color that I use for them. I'm going to be sticking these, and I'm also going to be adding like a mini ones that you can also get from Dollar Tree. I paint them all to make it match with my color for this year. Once I stick the 3 egg sizes on my wreath, I'm going to be adding some lamb's ear to the wreath. I'm going to be adding just a few leaves here and there because this is going to make my wreath so much cuter and I don't know, like simple but beautiful at the same time. Hope that makes sense. I just love my wreath, how it looks. I love the colors, and I hope that you can get inspired. Remember that I'm using these colors for this year. You maybe can use other ones to make it match with your decor. going to be using my Waverly chalk paint in mineral color, and I really like this color. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing for today's video is it's mixing the chalk paint with this baking soda powder, and I'm going to mix these two things to make the chalk paint a little bit like thicker, and that way it's going to add more texture on what I'm going to be painting. And I'm going to be painting these little cute foam bunny that I got from Dollar Tree, and I really like it. I love the size of it. So I'm going to be using the chalk paint, and I'm going to be painting my whole bunny with this color, and this is going to make my piece looks like it's made of cement. It's going to add a lot of texture, and it's going to look super cute, but to make it a little bit more realistic and add more dimension to the bunny, I'm going to be using my chalk paint in white color, and with a thin brush I'm going to be adding a little bit of color or like shade on every part of the bunny, on the legs, on the ears, on the eyes, on the mouth, and this is going to make it so much cuter. Once I paint my bunny and everything is super dry, this is how it's going to look, and I love it. I think it looks so high-end and super like heavy, but it's actually made of foam, so it's super fun. Next I'm going to be using this piece of wood that I just have around my home, and I'm going to be adding greenery on top. You can use any piece of wood or maybe like a plank or any vase that you have and that you like. You can add greenery, and then you can put your bunny on top. Guys, once I was done, this is how a project turned out, and I think it looks amazing with a high-end look. It looks so expensive, but actually is a foam bunny, so I think it's super fun. Okay, for this next project, I'm going to be using more of these Easter eggs from Dollar Tree. As you can see, they come also in different colors, and I'm going to be painting them because I want a more neutral tone. So I'm going to add all of them in a bamboo skewer to a piece of foam, and then I'm going to spray paint them outside with this like matte river rock color that I really like. Now again, I'm going to be using a box to paint, to create like all of the small dots on the eggs, because this part, guys, is super messy, so you want to do that. Put them inside of a box and then add the small dots with the black paint in a toothbrush. I did the same thing with some white eggs, and this time I'm going to be using 4 different colors of eggs. I'm going to be using the blue one that I spray paint with the wildflower blue tone, the ones with the matte river rock color, the other ones in white, and I also paint 3 eggs with the acrylic paint color. So I'm going to be using 4 different tones. Now I want to make small holes on each of the eggs on each side of the egg, so I'm going to be using my soldering tool that works amazing. I'm going to leave you the link of the description box of this product because it works super good for so many things, so you can check the link in the description box. Once I did all of the holes on my Easter eggs, I'm going to need a piece of twine and a needle. I don't have one, so I'm going to create my own with a toothpick and some hot glue, and that's it. And I'm going to start adding all of the eggs on the piece of twine, creating a pattern with these 4 different colors. Once I have that part ready, I'm just going to make some small knots on each side, and I'm going to be adding this super cute garland on my mantle, and I really like it. I love how it looks, and I think it matched really well with the rest of the decoration. It was super easy to make and budget friendly. project, I'm going to be using these wooden sticks that I got from Home Depot. They're so inexpensive. So I'm going to be using one, and I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces about 18 inches long each one, and each one of them has to have a 45-degree angle that I cut with my saw machine. Once that I have my 4 sticks, I'm going to be using my sanding machine to sand all the edges and make sure that my wood has a smooth surface. Then I'm going to be using my stain in special walnut color. I really love this color. I'm using this in so many projects. So I'm going to be painting my sticks in this stain and then let them dry. Once all the pieces of wood are dry, it's time to stick them all together, and for that I'm going to be using wood glue. I'm going to add it to each angle, and then I'm going to stick them together. And just to reinforce my frame, I'm going to be using my stapler, and I'm going to be adding staples to each border of the frame. I have made this frame before and I really like it, but if you don't want to make this type of frame, you can use a canvas from Dollar Tree or maybe from Five Below. They are so inexpensive, and you can do the same and you don't need to cut any wood. Once I leave the wood glue dry for a couple hours, this is how my frame is going to look. Then I need to make a background, and for that I'm going to be using this foam board from Dollar Tree. You can use maybe a cardboard or a piece of wood if you want. I'm going to make it so simple using these foam boards. I cut it the size that I needed, and then I'm going to be using my stapler to add staples to the edges and basically stick the foam to the frame. I got this stapler from Amazon, and the link is going to be in the description box. Okay, once I have my frame and it has a background, I'm going to be working on what I want to put on the background. So for that, I'm going to be using these cute, they're like wooden eggs, especially for kids, but I'm going to be using one of it to decorate it, and I'm going to be using this scrapbook paper. You can use maybe any paper that you have, any color, you can paint it. You can be so creative with these. I'm going to be using these that I like. It has like small dots in black color, and I'm going to draw the shape, then I cut it, and then I stick it with hot glue. Once I have my egg, I want to add like a border. So for that, I'm going to be using jute cord, and I'm going to add hot glue on all the edge of the egg, and I'm going to stick the jute cord. Next, I want to make another egg, but a little bit bigger. This one is another one that you can get from Dollar Tree. It's super big, it's super cute. You can do so many things with this egg sign. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, but using this other pattern. This is actually a vinyl from Cricut, but I'm going to be using it as a scrapbook paper, and I'm going to stick these to my egg. Once these 2 pieces are stick together, I'm going to be adding jute cord to the edge of the egg. Again, this is going to add a really nice touch, and I just did the same to the 2 eggs that I'm going to be using to make them look like a set. Once both of my eggs are done, this is how they look, and I'm going to be like putting them on where I want them to be. But before sticking them, I'm going to be sticking these decal that I made in black vinyl that says happy, and I'm going to stick these on the top of my sign, and then on the bottom I'm going to be sticking this other one that I made that says Easter, and I've made these 2 using my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, it's okay guys, you can use any other sticker. You can use paint and paint it yourself, or you can draw or stick something else. From there, I just have to stick my 2 eggs with hot glue to my foam. And this is how my project turned out. It's super cute, so inexpensive, super big, 18 inches by 18 inches square feet, and I'm really happy how it turned out. I think it looks simple and modern and farmhouse at the same time, and I just love it. For this next project, I'm going to be using these wine glasses. They come in a pack of 6, which is perfect for this project. Now I assemble all of them, and then I'm going to spray paint these outside with this spray paint color. If you want to add like an extra touch to make the edges pop out a little bit better, you can create like an enamel look with some black paint and a sponge. Then let them dry, and now I'm going to use my Cricut. I create the word Easter. It has 6 letters, so it's perfect for this project. I'm going to add 1 letter on each of the wine glasses, and then once that part is ready, I'm going to add some moss on each of the wine glasses. Okay, now I'm going to be working with my Easter eggs, and I'm going to paint them. I'm going to be using 3 different tones that are like pastel colors, and I'm going to be painting 2 eggs of each of the colors. And once they're dry, I'm just going to add 1 egg on each of these wine glasses, and this is how this project turned out. I really like this project. It looks super cute. It's perfect for a dining table, for your mantle, or maybe above the TV or something like that. And I think it looks super beautiful. It's on a budget, and it's a pretty nice idea that you can DIY with these Easter eggs from Dollar Tree. For this next project, I want to work with this super big and giant wreath that I have, that I really like, and that I always use for my front door. It's super big, so it's perfect for that space. I want to add this cute bunny that you can get now from Dollar Tree, and it's so cute. It's like a wooden whitewash piece, something like that. I think it's so beautiful. I'm just going to hang that, and then on the wreath, I'm going to add some greenery on each side. In between the greenery, I'm going to add a bow that I already made with some ribbon from Dollar Tree, and then just to make the greenery and my wreath pop out a little bit better, I'm going to be using some flowers, and I'm going to add a few here and there. Now I want to add a small touch of raffia, so I'm going to be making like a bow with the raffia. Super easy. I'm going to tie everything with twine, and then on the center of the bow, I'm going to add this cute pink flower that is going to also pop out between the sunflowers and the greenery and the ribbon. And then I'm going to add that with a piece of twine on the top of the other bow that I already made. You can leave your bunny like it is, or you maybe can add a small bow with a piece of twine and maybe add some flowers, and that's it. This is how this wreath turned out. Perfect for Easter, and it's going to look super cool for spring too. I just have to remove the bunny for maybe something else, and it's going to work out fine. Project is extremely easy. You're going to need one of these wooden bunnies from Dollar Tree. You can do so many DIY projects with this. I'm just going to first cover the hole. You can use Speckled. I like to use hot glue, and then I just remove the excess of hot glue with a knife. Now I'm going to be painting my bunny. You can use any color. You maybe can use a stain. I decided to use this blue because I want to add some blue touches on my home, and I think it's going to work perfect. So I'm going to paint the whole bunny except for the ears. Now for the ears, I'm going to use some white paint, and I'm going to paint that small part that this wooden bunny has, and then I'm going to let it dry. For the tail, which is my favorite part, I'm going to be using like this fluffy tail that you can get at Dollar Tree. It's so cute. You can add some hot glue and stick that on the tail, and it's going to make these really cute. I add this sign on this play rack that I have, and it just works so beautiful, and it adds that pop of blue that I was looking for on this space. I'm going to be using these craft eggs that you can get at Dollar Tree, and I really like them because they are made out of foam, and they have like this medium size that I really like, and they are so lightweight. So I'm going to be using them for the next project. I want to paint them with some acrylic paint, and the easiest way to do it is to use a small toothpick, insert them to the eggs and then to a piece of foam to make them stable to be able to paint them. Now for these eggs, I'm going to be using this blue bonnet acrylic paint color that you can get at Walmart, and I just love this color so much. I think it's the perfect tone, and I really like them. And I'm also going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be adding small dots all over my eggs to give it a really nice and extra touch, and it's going to have this high-end look too. Once that was done and the paint is dry, you can remove the small toothpick, and then on that side where the small dot is, you want to add like a small loop with a knot to be able to hang them. And I'm going to be sticking the twine with a small dot of hot glue. I'm going to be doing that to 9 of these Easter eggs. Now you want to have a small pot, a vase, or like a planter. I have this one at home that I really like. It's just a little bit bigger than the ones from Dollar Tree. I add a foam inside, and this one that I get and this one that I have is from Michael's, and it comes with this like rattan like basket that you can add. Now you want to get a dry branch that you may find on the backyard, and that's what I did, and I just add the branch inside of the foam, and then I'm going to be just hanging all of the eggs that I have in the branches, and I really like it because the blue from the eggs really pops out from this project. Now I thought that maybe it can look super cute if I add some small cute white flowers here and there, so I just have some greenery at home. I'm going to cut the small flowers that they have, and then I'm going to stick them here and there on the branches with a little bit of hot glue. Once that part is ready, I want to cover the foam, so I'm going to be using some Spanish moss from Dollar Tree to cover the foam. You can also use a piece of foam from Dollar Tree. I'm just reusing this one that I have. And that's it, guys. This is how this project turned out, and I really like it. I was so excited for this project because it's so easy to do it. It's so inexpensive, and it looks beautiful, and I really like how it looks on my mantle. Hope that you can get some inspiration from these, and obviously you can change the color of the eggs if you want. For this next project, I'm going to be reusing this wooden frame that I already made like a year ago. You can use some wood from Dollar Tree, and you can also create your own frame, or maybe you can use a canvas from Five Below. That is going to work too, and it's going to have this high-end look. Now I'm going to be working on the background. You can use a cardboard from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to trace and then cut the exact size of cardboard that I need for this frame. Next, you can draw something, you can print something from Google, from the internet, or you can use your Cricut machine. I'm going to be using mine to make this super cute bunny in black. As you can see, it's so easy. You can draw these. I just have my Cricut machine and I use it. Or guys, you maybe can use a wooden piece from Dollar Tree and paint it black and then just add that onto your cardboard. I just think about that right now, and I think it's a great idea. I just stick my bunny and then I'm going to use my stapler to staple the cardboard on my wooden frame. As you can see on this frame, it's like this very empty space, and I want to cover that or make it like look prettier using some greenery. I have this garland at home, so I'm going to stick that with my stapler, and it's going to make this frame super cool and unique. And this is how this project turned out. I hope that you like it. Like I said, you can use your Cricut machine, or you can use a wooden bunny from Dollar Tree painted black, and you can create something super similar. I just hope that you can get ideas and inspired by this video and these DIYs. And if you like them, please give me that big thumbs up. It really helps to support this channel. Project, I'm going to use these bath mats that I get from Dollar Tree. I get 2 in this color and I really like them, so I decided to make a throw pillow using these mats. And the first thing I did was to put them together as straight as possible, and then I'm going to be adding, you can add maybe hot glue or fabric glue to stick your mats, or maybe you can sew them if you have a sewing machine, but I'm going to make it super simple, and I'm going to use this fabric glue, and I'm going to add it to 3 of the edges of my mats. Guys, you must glue them to the opposite side and then turn the mats over, and this way your throw pillow is going to look like it was sewn, and it's going to look so much better. Like I said, you need to add the glue to only 3 of the edges of the mats, and then once the glue is dry, you can turn the mats over, and this is how your throw pillow is going to be looking for the moment. Now it's time to add any design that you want, and I cut these piece of paper in like a carrot shape, and I'm going to be drawing these to any piece of like fabric that you have. I have this one from Dollar Tree, and I like that has these like strips pattern, so I'm going to be cutting 3 carrots in this fabric. Before to glue them to my throw pillow, I decided to add something on the back to make them pop out a little bit more, so I'm going to be cutting 3 other carrots a little bit bigger in this burlap fabric that I have at home. And just in case, I'm going to leave you a link in the description of where you can get these type of burlap fabrics. From there, I'm going to be adding the fabric glue to my carrots to glue them together. From there, once you have your 3 carrots, this is how they're going to look, and you can put them on your throw pillow. I decide to stick them in different directions with a little bit of hot glue. Once I stick all my carrots, I'm going to be using this jute cord, and I'm going to be sticking that jute cord on my throw pillow to basically make as if all the carrots were tied together, and it will look much more like fun and cute. Okay, once I stick all the jute cord on top of the carrots to make them look like if they were tied together, I am going to be doing the foliage that all the carrots supposed to have. And for that, I'm going to be using more jute cord, and I'm going to be making like tassels. They look like small tassels for me, but I'm going to be cutting like the edges. I'm going to tie them with a small knot, and then I'm going to be gluing that jute foliage to the top of the carrots. Now it is time to fill your pillow. You can fill it with anything that you have around your home, maybe another old pillow or maybe blankets, or I don't know, you name it, anything that you have and that you think it works. And then you need to fold the other side of the pillow and glue it with hot glue to make sure that it's going to have the same like finished look on all the edges of your pillow. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I am in love. I love how it looks. I love how neutral it is and how cute it looks. This DIY was so inexpensive using the bath mats from Dollar Tree, and it looks amazing with a high-end look, and I really hope that you like it. For this next project, you can use these wood hanging decor that you can get at Dollar Tree. You're going to need 2 of these. I already have some at home that I have paint and used in other projects, so I'm going to be reusing them. And the color was wax in antique color. Now I want to make some holes to be able to put a dowel inside, so I'm going to be using my drill, and I'm going to be making 2 holes on each of the wood pieces that I have. Make sure that the holes are the same size of the dowel that you are using, and you want to make sure that the dowel is a little bit thick for this project to make sure that it's going to stay strong. Now I want to stick the dowel with hot glue on the vase, and then I'm going to be working with the eggs. I'm going to be using 2 of these blue eggs that I have. Now if you like this tone, you can use it, that's totally fine, or any color, but I really want to make all of these eggs match, so I'm going to paint them myself with the blue acrylic paint, and then I'm going to let them dry. Once they're dry, I need to make holes on each side of these eggs to be able to insert them on my dowel. So that's what I'm going to be using. Again, my soldering tool that works amazing is going to make my life so much easier, and it's going to make the holes for me. Then I'm going to insert the 2 eggs on the dowel. And then you want to cut your dowel to make sure that it's the same size. And the final step for this like candle holder is to put the other side of this wood piece and just add some hot glue or maybe wood glue to make it more stronger. If you want, you can leave this project like this, but I'm going to do something extra. I'm going to be sticking some leaves on the top of this candle holder just to give it a nice touch, and I think it's super cool and different at the same time, so I really like it. You can also add some flowers too, and the final touch is to add your candle on the top. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. I think it's super cool, it's beautiful, it's easy to do, and super on a budget. And you can have a really nice and unique candle holder for Easter. I will use this Dollar Tree sign, and you will need only 3 eggs, and you have to take them off. Once you have them apart, I'm going to remove the glitter from the eggs, and for that I'm going to be using my sanding sponge from Dollar Tree. And oh my god, whenever I do this, it makes me a mess in my work area, so I really like to use for that my super cute mini vacuum that cleans everything for me, and you can pick up all the dirty and the glitter that you have in your work area, and I really like this thing. So in the description box of the video, I'm going to be leaving you the link of where you can get it. Once everything is clean, finally, I'm going to paint these eggs with my metallic silver spray paint and let them dry.
I want to create a galvanized look, so for that I'm going to use white and a dark gray paint. And you should use a brush, and you need to start applying both colors, creating spots on the whole egg, and you should try to do the same with all the eggs. Once it is dry, you can use stickers, or you can write it by hand, or you can use your Cricut if you have. And I decided to write "Bless Our Nest," and I put a transfer paper to my vinyl, and I will glue one word on each egg and just make sure that they look straight. And to add a nice touch, I'm going to use my jute cord. I made 3 small bows, and I stick one on each egg. To make a base, I will use a wooden piece from Dollar Tree, and you can use so many things, but I decided to use this, and I will cut it in half. Then I want him to have like a wooden look, so I'm going to use my Waverly wax in antique color, and I'm going to paint this piece. Once it is dry, to glue the eggs, you must first stick a small block in the back of each egg so that way they can stand, and then you can glue your eggs to the base with some hot glue or wooden glue. Finally, I'm going to stick a small piece of jute cord around the base just to add a nice touch. And my love, this will be our project. Simple and rustic. I really love how it looks. And this sign was inspired by a piece that I saw, I think was in TJ Maxx. And I could DIY these for a fraction of the price. And I am very happy with the result. I hope you like it too.
Next project is for you to get inspired by. I'm going to be reusing and updating this decor piece that I have for like 5 years now from Walmart. I don't know if they still have this decor piece, I'm not sure, but I just want to make an update on these. I paint the bottom part of the vase with this like plaster color, and I'm going to be adding some Easter eggs that it needs. I'm going to be using the blue ones that I have left from the previous projects. I add a bamboo skewer on them with a little bit of hot glue to be able to insert them and cover all of the empty spaces on these decor piece. But this is super fun and super easy to do. You can use any vase, just add some greenery, a piece of foam, and insert your eggs, and you can do this super easily with Dollar Tree products. And the final touch is going to be adding some moss just to cover all of the empty spaces that my decor piece have. And that's it. I am reusing this decor piece that I have since, oh my god, 2018 I think. And I really like it because now it matches with my home decor. It's a pretty nice and cute vase with this like vintage touch. I don't know, I like it so much, and I hope that you can get inspired by these.
Type or size of Easter egg that you have. You can get one from Dollar Tree, but I'm going to be using this one that is from Dollar General. It is just $1, but I like it because have this like base and you can stand your egg. And also I'm going to be using Raffia from Dollar Tree, and I think one package is enough for this egg size. So what you need to do is try to divide the raffia into sections, and then make a knot at one end of the raffia and start making a braid. And guys, I promise that this project is going to look awesome, but this can take you a little bit of time, you know, like make all the braids in the raffia. Is going to take you a little bit of time, but I promise you that it's going to look amazing, and it is super easy to do. Once you have all the raffia braids, it is time to start hitting them with the hot glue to your egg. And after I hit the first braid that I made, I noticed that you can't actually see the yellow color of the egg throwing out, and I don't want that. So what you can do is paint your egg a color that looks very similar to the raffia, and that's what I did. And then let it dry, and then you can continue sticking all the raffia throughout the egg until it is completely covered. To add a nice touch to the egg, I'm going to stick these leaves that I get from Walmart on the top of the egg. And also I'm going to stick a bow with this ribbon that is from Walmart and have the buffalo check pattern. And guys, this will be the result of our raffia egg. I'm so happy how it looks, and I just hope that this project inspires you to make so many things with the raffia and just be creative. I love how this project turned out and extremely budget friendly.
For the next project, you can use a wreath from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this ring that I just have that I get from a thrift store. And you are also going to be using some Easter eggs. I'm going to make something a little bit different. I'm going to be cutting one part of the eggs, like the bottom part, to be able to stick them on the ring and make sure that they are going to stay there. And it's just going to make this part a little bit easier because the Easter eggs are going to stick so much better this way. Once I stick all of them, I want to change the color for this matte river rock color. I spray paint this outside and then let it dry. Next part is just to add some small dots on the eggs with some black paint and a toothbrush. Now, because I have like empty space between the Easter eggs, I just want to like cover that with some moss, and you can use hot glue to make sure that the moss stays there. If you want, you can add maybe flowers or lamps here. I decided to use some eucalyptus because I really love like that type of greenery. So I stick 2 bunches on each side with hot glue. And then on the center, I decided to use this bunny that you can get at Dollar Tree. It's super cute and small, and I want to make it look like it has a shiplap look. So I'm going to draw and then cut and then stick this scrapbook paper that you can get from Hobby Lobby. If you want the edges to pop out a little bit better, you can add some paint on the border of this bunny. And then to stick these on my wreath and make sure that it's going to stay like stable, I'm going to be adding 2 small wooden cubes on each side of the ring and then stick my bunny. To be able to hang these, you can add a piece of rope if you want on the top part of this wreath, or you can leave it like that if you want. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. It's super cute, unique. I love the colors. It's super neutral, but you can leave it like super colorful too if you want.
Next DIY, you need a canvas, and this one is 6 by 8 inches from Dollar Tree. And the first thing that you need to do is remove the canvas fabric and the clips that always have on the back, because you only need the wood frame. I will also going to use this Dollar Tree moss that I found, and I'm so happy for these. And I will cut it the same size of our wood frame, and then you can stick it on the back side of the wooden frame with hot glue. I have this egg left over from another DIY that I made. So I will use it for today's project. And you can cover your egg maybe with scrapbook paper like I did, or like the sheet of a book, or so many things you can use that you like the best. And I'm going to cut the shape, and then I'm going to stick it with Mod Podge to my egg. You can add more details to your egg, adding maybe jute cord around the egg like I did, and then I just hit a small bow that I did with the same jute cord. And finally you can stick your egg to the moss with just a little bit of glue, because remember that you can change the egg and put so many things. You maybe can change it later for a pumpkin. I love how it looks, and you can add these to your tier tray and so many things. Using aluminum foil, and you probably had this at home, but just in case, you can find these almost anywhere, or you can get it at Dollar Tree. And then what I'm gonna be doing is try to fold the aluminum foil and try to form a carrot. I'm gonna be trying to make a big carrot, and that looks as real as possible until it has the size and the shape that I want. I'm gonna be doing a total of 3 carrots, and once I have them, I'm gonna be using this jute cord. This one is from Walmart, and I like it because it's a little bit thicker than the one that Dollar Tree has. And I will start at the thinnest part of the carrot to roll it until it is completely covered, and using hot glue when you think it's necessary to attach the jute cord to the aluminum foil. Then on the other side of the carrot, I'm gonna be leaving a space to put the foliage inside it, and you must do the same with the rest of the carrots. Now I'm going to be using just one of these Dollar Tree foliage, and this one is more than enough for all the projects that I'm gonna be doing in today's video. And I got some pieces of these, and I'm going to stick it inside of that small space that you leave in the carrot, and I'm gonna be using hot glue. And then you need to stick the rest of the jute cord that you have to your carrot to make sure that the foliage is not going to fall down. And you need to make this to all the carrots. As you can see, the jute cord or the rope mostly always have these hairs, and I don't love it. So I'm gonna be using fire to burn them, and this will give it a little bit more of color, texture, and also I think it looks much better. And just be careful not to burn the foliage or your fingers. Once you're finished with all the carrots, you must put them all together, because I'm gonna be tying them together with a knot using this ribbon that I get from Walmart and have the buffalo check pattern. Then I'm going to use one of these wooden nickel from Hobby Lobby to make a tag. First, I'm going to highlight the edges with a black marker, and then I'm going to make a hole with my drill. Now you can use your Cricut if you have it, or you can write it by hand, or you can use stickers. And I'm going to use this from Dollar Tree, and the only part that I'm going to be using is this one that says Look 137, and I'm going to cut the number 37, and I'm going to stick it into my wooden nickel, and then I'm going to cut the letter E and the number 1 to form the cents symbol. Then just put the jute cord, or you can make a bow and then stick it into your carrots. And my loves, this will be the result of my DIY. Too easy to make and super, oh my god, super budget friendly. One of these Dollar Tree signs if you want, but this time I'm gonna be using these. It's like a tray. I get it from a thrift store for only $1, so I'm going to use it, and I'm going to heat this decal that I made with my Cricut and sets Home Sweet Home. And yeah, if you don't have a Cricut, it's okay. Remember that you can use stickers from a Dollar Tree, but even Walmart has many options that you can use as well. Then I'm going to be using this small wreath that I had, and I'm going to stick some greenery around. And this wreath, it's super small, like I said, and I don't really remember where I got it. I know that I have it for a long time, but for this project you can use many other things, or maybe like a small sign. And I will also going to be using these mini Dollar Tree eggs. I got them last year, and I'm going to paint them with white paint, and I'm going to use my heat tool to dry them faster. And guys, you know what I think is going to look amazing too? You can use maybe these small eggs and put them together like a circle and make like a small wreath using these eggs. I hope that makes sense, but I think it's a great option. After I heat a few eggs in my wreath, I'm going to be using a ribbon, and I'm going to put it on my wreath, and I'm going to be hanging this wreath on my sign, and I'm going to be using my staple that I really love. So in the description box of the video is going to be the link of that. And guys, this will be the result of our project, and I really like it. You can place it on any surface, or you can hang it on the wall maybe, or front door, and that's what I end up doing with this sign. Aluminum foil, and you should start by creating the shape of a giant and thick carrot using enough of this aluminum foil. Once you have the shape that you want, you need to cover your carrot, and for that I'm gonna be using jute cord. This one is from Walmart, and I really like it because it's a little bit thicker than the one that Dollar Tree has. And I'm going to start by gluing it with hot glue and roll it until the carrot is completely covered. Then on the other side of the carrot, I will leave a space to stick foliage, and this one is from Dollar Tree, and you need to stick the foliage inside with hot glue, and then you need to stick the rest of the jute cord that you have, because you need to cover all the aluminum foil. And guys, this is not necessary, but you can burn the jute cord hairs that they have, and I just think they are going to look much better and gives more color and texture. Just being careful not burn the foliage or your fingers. Now I'm going to use these table tennis balls from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a small hole with my hot glue gun just to be able to place a round dowel and paint the balls. I think this way is much easier. And to paint the balls, I will use a gray color, and once I paint the 4 balls that I need, you can use maybe black color paint, and you need to make like a distressed look. It's not necessary, but I don't know, I think they look better this way than just one color. To glue all these balls, I'm going to use hot glue, but you should try first to mold just a little bit the aluminum foil of your carrot before hitting each ball, just to have like more space for the balls, and this way they're going to look like the wheels of a car, and I think they look super cute. I decided to use these bunny pigs from Dollar Tree. You can get 2 per package, but I really want to change that small bow that they have for one that looks a little bit more farmhouse. So I decided to use my buffalo check ribbon, and I stick it on the bunny, and you can cut also the wooden dowel just to be able to stick it on the carrot. You can create a steering wheel with almost anything, guys, and this time I'm going to use a magnet that I had on hand, and I painted in black color. And just to save time, I really like to dry the paint with my heat gun, and in the description box of the video I'm going to be leaving you the link of where you can get it, as well as my Amazon store link. Then you can stick your magnet on the top of the carrot, and you can add a small stick just to make it look more realistic. And guys, this will be the result of the project, and I love how it looks. For less than $5 you can make this project in the size that you want, because guys, you have the control of how much aluminum foil you use.
To be using this one from Dollar Tree, and I want to make a very simple wreath, and I'm going to be using this greenery that I think I have it from 3 years ago from Walmart, and I'm going to be cutting the stems, and I'm going to be adding these on the edge of the wreath, and this is going to add the effect that my wreath is bigger than what it is. You can add hot glue to stick the greenery, or you can put the stems between the wreath, and you can reuse it later if you want. Next, I'm going to be using these. They are like ferns. These looks a little bit different from the ferns, but I'm not sure. If someone know the name of like this plant, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, I'm going to be using these. I cut the stems, and I'm going to be adding these to the wreath too, and this is going to help a lot to make my wreath look fuller. As you can see, it still have so many like empty spaces, and you can put so many things there. I'm going to be using these small carrots that I get from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack with 6. I am like a very neutral person, so I prefer to have like neutral decor around my home. So I decide to like cover the orange color using like a ribbon or twine and add hot glue. So that's what I did. I covered the orange color to make my carrots look a little bit more neutral. Once I was done with the first one, this is how my carrot is going to look, and I just did the same with the rest of the carrots, and I really like them and I love how they look on my wreath. But if you like the orange color, just leave them like that, because I promise you it's going to look so amazing and it's going to add like a pop of color on your wreath. Before sticking them to the empty spaces on my wreath, I decide to add like a little bit of moss where I'm going to put the carrots, and then I stick the carrots on top. I ended up sticking about 5 carrots, and now I have an extra one for another project. Once I was done, I put my wreath on the wall, and this is how it turned out, and I really like it. I love the colors and I love how neutral it looks. But I want you to let me know, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like the carrots in this neutral tone, or let me know in the comments if you prefer to leave them in orange color. Guys, I really hope that you like and enjoy this video as much as I do. Putting all of these DIYs together, my top Easter decor DIYs, and they're easy and so much fun to try. And please let me know in the comments which of these projects was your favorite, and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. And remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazzonmy.com, and my other channel Jazz on My Home. All the links are in the description box, and see you on my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.